my name is Olivia and I'm the head of customer success over here at Copilot Money. I'm going to show you around our cash flow tab, which is designed to give you a quick look at how you're doing in 3 important areas: income, spending, and net income. In this tab, you can also compare your progress across various timeframes and get down to category and transaction level details. We're going to take a look at this feature in the Mac app today, but this feature is also available in the iOS app. Over time, we'll continue improving the functionality and things might change a bit. We love your feedback, which you can always share with our customer success team via our in-app chat. Let's get started with net income. Net income is defined as your income minus spend for the selected period. This metric allows you to see whether you've ultimately saved more than you've spent or spent more than you've saved. You can tap on a bar in the chart or select View More in the top right of the card to see key metrics in your income and spending totals per month. The spending card shows a chart of all spending in a stacked bar chart, and each region of the bar represents a category. You can also tap on a bar in the chart or select View More in the top right of the card to see key metrics and a category breakdown of your spend, including a new section for excluded transactions. More on that in a minute. The income card shows a chart of all income transactions. Copilot doesn't include income transactions or money earned in your spending totals, so this is the place to view any transactions marked as income in Copilot. If you'd like to learn more about transaction types, you can check out our Help Center, accessible by tapping Get Help here in the bottom left or the chat icon in the iOS app. So next, let's look at some settings for the cash flow tab. First, you can filter by the following ranges using the top bar dropdown: year to date, month to date, last 12 months, last 3 months, and last 4 weeks. Something important to keep in mind is that the cash flow section looks at what has happened up until today and doesn't predict or show any future spending or income. That means this view doesn't take into account any unpaid recurrings like the category section does. So for example, we can see here our total spend is just over $4,000 in the cash flow tab, but in the categories tab, we'll see that it's a little over $4,200. That's because we have an unpaid recurring that's being included in this categories total, as well as a future dated transaction, which is included in the categories total spend, but not included for cash flow because it's only up until today here. If you'd like the ability to forecast your cash flow in Copilot based on historic spend and recurrings, you can navigate to our feature request section in the in-app chat to upvote our forecasting feature request. All right, next, the comparison setting, which enables you to see a comparison of a selected date range to the same previous range. For example, the dotted line charts the previous period against the current period. One thing to call out here, if the month-to-date range is selected, the previous month comparison will be the same range as the month-to-date currently. So if it's August 21st, then the month-to-date comparison of the previous month will be July 1st to July 21st. The reason for this is to give you an apples-to-apples comparison. Now, more about excluded spending. You may already know, but Copilot allows you to exclude individual transactions from our spending totals, or create excluded categories to group excluded transactions together. For example, in the categories tab here, you can see a work expenses excluded category for some work expenses. And here's an example of a single excluded transaction, not in a category. In the cash flow tab, you have the ability to show excluded transactions in your total spend for a better view of your actual spend for cash flow purposes. There's also a new view specifically for excluded transactions. With excluded spend included, excluded spend will also be shown in the dashboard tab. In the Mac app, you can toggle this option on or off in the top right corner. In the iOS app, the setting is behind the gear icon at the bottom of the tab. So that's cash flow. We're really excited to share this feature with everyone, and we look forward to hearing how you like it. As always, you can check out our Help Center for rundowns of our top features, to upvote feature requests you're interested in seeing next, or to send a message to our customer success team if you run into any issues or questions along the way.